trying to get me to rob the She like, the got his chain on him. He got his jewelry. I got his guns. You ain't got to worry about nothing. So I'm like, man, I ain't finna rob Fetty Wap. I ain't finna take nothing from that man. Like, he seemed like, I met him. He seemed like a player to me. You feel me? So I ain't want to do it. So she get mad. Bitch ass, you scary, you ass. Bitch, I ain't scared. Like, what I'ma rob this man for? Like, you wildin', bitch. That hoe that hoe got a problem, bro. And cause I ain't want to rob Fetty Wap for her, she started talking shit. So I never f with her again. And I gave my bro her number, and he started that bitch. To try to get me to rob Fetty Wap part, it's like, that girl crazy, and that's dangerous. I would never want to deal with no woman like that. They get mad and try to get a nigga to set me up. Like, what if I was a hoe ass nigga and I was broken? I was like, man, fuck it, I'ma do it. Cause she showed through the play out there. She showed through it out there. Like, so it like, if I was a hoe ass nigga, I was mad out any type of way. Like, this when Fetty Wap was hot at the time. You feel me? So if I was a hoe ass nigga any type of way, like, man, she just tell me, man, he in the house. He got the key, the door unlocked. You can go in there. He got his watches on. I got both of his guns. I took it from him, so he don't got no gun. I'm like, man, this whole out of line. Bro, I'm scared of you, mama. Because, like, listen, I don't want nobody to do me like that.
So, I don't know how to pronounce this lady name, Masika or whatever, and apparently that's Fetty Wap baby mama. Apparently she has a lot of entry off of Fetty Wap. He got out and she was calling him bees and all this other type of stuff. When he just got out of jail on the 6-year bid. He did 3 years. Now it's this guy who's saying that she allegedly wanted him to rob Fetty Wap. And he said, hey, I guess they was kicking it. They wasn't serious, that was kicking it. And he was basically like, I met the man. He seemed cool. I'm not about to rob that dude. And somebody that you procreated with, that you allowed to shoot up the club, you could have got rid of the baby, how y'all do. You had the baby, and you have so much venture off for a man that you laid down with, that you wanted them to go rob him. Now, remember, we talked about the story about the former NBA player, he used to play for the Lakers and the Pistons and I think the Pelicans, Christian Wood, how his baby mother, some social media influencer, allegedly tried to set him up and had some guys come rob him. He thought it was just a robbery, but she tried to set him up. And then again, men get painted as inherently evil. See, a lot of times, man, a lot of these dudes in the streets, they get robbed and women help get them robbed. Women are the ones that lay down the play a lot of times when dudes get robbed. And this is why I preach to y'all. Y'all be so quick to meet a chick and invite her over to the crib, never met her for real, never vetted her for real, and y'all just thinking about clapping cheeks. That's all y'all thinking about is clapping cheeks. Them women you meet at the hotel, the motel, when you tricking, they be setting dudes up to get robbed. And when a lot of times with a robbery, somebody gets sent to the upper room. And women be on this shit, man. I remember I knew some chicks that was, back in a little bit before, in their day, they used to, trap dudes at the hotel and tie them up to the bed and rob them. I remember on the Wire when it was the episode when the police they popped the police chiefs for Amsterdam, whoever he was. They popped him for Amsterdam and shit. And they popped him for Amsterdam. And basically they let him walk away with his, parole and with his with his benefits, and he was able to retire. And he started working at, as a high profile security police at a hotel. And one of the things popped off at the hotel. One of the chicks robbed the John, and he put hands on her for stealing his money. And the police dude jumped in. He was like, "Oh hell no! This ain't what we doing. This ain't what we doing. Come on, man, what the fuck is you doing?" He like, this ain't what we doing. They was like, and they had to pull him back. Like, nah, we ain't going to the police on this. They had to pull him back like, nah. And we ain't about to call the police on this, no nothing like that. This prostitute robbed this John and he put hands on her. And he quit. He quit the good paying job. He quit based off the principle. He quit based off the principle. You know, but at the end of the day, you know how many stories that is, these dudes that be tricking or be dealing with women in the streets and they set them up and they rob them, bro. And these women be trying to go around like they so morally better than men. They ain't morally better than men. Next thing you know, you got dudes, robbing you, trying to set you up at the crib. So many of these dudes in the streets, they go down because of woman. They don't enforce rules in the streets on a woman. A woman try to set you up, a woman try to get you robbed, a woman steal from you, they slap it on the wrist. Remember T Grizzly, he rapped about a chick running off with his rollie. He said, I could have clapped her ass, but I ain't really give a fuck. They let him slide. That's why Pookie and Keisha get together, get along so well. They speak the same language. So somebody that you had a child with, you know what I'm saying? You trying to set them up. And remember Finesse 2 Times, he had that song with T Grizzly. He talked about his baby mama setting him up. Y'all, he talked about that. So women you laying down with and procreating with hate you so much. You think the hate started because of how the relationship went? 9 times out of 10, most of these women never got a commitment from these men. A lot of times they just hung around and kept their legs open for convenience, but in their mind, they felt like they was the one. And I say this all the time. Most women feel like they so special. They feel like they lie to themselves. Oh, my coochie so good, my sex so good. They just lay there like a starfish and don't do nothing. They think they so perfect. If it take you an hour, 2-3 hours to get ready, more than 2 hours to get ready to go out, you're not a bad bitch. You're not no good looking chick. You ugly. Real talk, take all that shit off. But every woman think they so cold. They God's gift to earth. They so precious. They so beautiful. And, oh, I'm a prize. You're not a prize. You just another bitch. All y'all dress the same, act the same, look the same. And the ones that are indifferent, in the good way, they get wiped. They get cuffed. But Masika, whatever her name is, she's a low down, dirty broad. Y'all be hating, and guess what? That type of hate don't even start off in a relationship, bro. It ain't because you slept with another woman, then they turn around, these women turn around, and at the end of their prime, they go be a side bitch. And they talk about, oh, I only used to sleep with married men, and now I'm a side chick, or, at the end of the day, they don't even get they don't even get marriage. All right? They get exactly what they deserve. They get to be a hand-me-down. A pass around. Now them chicks is talking about, oh, the YNs got it, whatever, all the shaming tactics to try to get dudes to marry him. But that hatred don't start when you sleep with a guy, or it start you start having relationship problems. They hated them dudes in the beginning, man. Most of the time you sleeping next to your biggest opposition, man. A lot of these women just want to be in competition. They so mad that God made them into females and they can't be men. But I wish to God they can feel like what it is to be a man. They think it's all peaches and cream and we get to do what we want. Soon as they start seeing every little thing we do, we get taxed. It's a consequence for it. Don't shit get to slide. Don't nothing slide. The world make us pay double for the errors that we make. And a lot of the times the world erase y'all errors and y'all get a fresh start. Y'all get to start over. You know what I'm saying? But for you to want to line your baby father up, a guy that you laid and have a child with, or a guy that allowed you to be in their life, whether it's your girlfriend, they just let you know how devious that shit is, bro. How greasy it really is. He like, man, I'm not about to rob that man. He said, I've been around that man. That man cool. That's what he said. He said, I've been around that man. That man cool. So this dude that you fucking with think Fetty Wap cool. He was a mad, cool, down to earth nigga. That's what it sounded like. right? But you mad because y'all had this fantasy. And even when men stand up for themselves, and it's something that you can respect, you mad because you wasn't able to walk over him. So now you mad. You got vitriol. You got hatred for this man. It's a crazy thing because you want a man to do what you want him to do. Ain't that wild? Because you want the man to do what you want him to do. That's wild. And even it's proven that y'all have men that do what y'all want them to do. Y'all still not happy. It's not a right answer. Tell me I'm wrong. Y'all have men that do exactly what y'all want them to do. Wait for you for hand and foot, and it's a turn off. A lot of women is not a right answer, bro. Isn't it? A right answer doesn't exist. That's the crazy thing about it. For a lot of women, it's not a right answer. You do everything they say do, they still leave. He too nice. You dog them out, they still leave. You just let you know, them type of women don't need to be married, man. They need to have their tools tied and be ostracized away from society. They should be sentenced to they should be outcasts, like the people who had leprosy. You want to go to, Whore's Island, you should be able to go to Whore's Island and have your fun. Wow, right? But to have that much hatred for a dude that want to get him, and a robbery can turn into a murder real quick. This is the life and times we living in, bro. This the life and times we living in. Women feel like, oh, we're under men and we should be above them. Hey, next time you think about that, look at the black community. It's a matriarchy. It's ran by women, and it's the bottom of the barrel. It's the bottom of the barrel. It's the bottom of the barrel. Come on. It's the bottom of the barrel. Emotional as hell. And when he got out of jail and she was saying all this nasty shit about him, when he got out of jail, I'm like, damn, he's still a bitch. Like, damn, what you so mad about? You have all this hatred. I don't see nobody say nothing bad about that man. Y'all get with these rappers and these athletes or these high wanted men. Y'all don't think y'all gotta share them? But will y'all be in the position of being in y'all prime? Y'all can have any nigga in the world. Y'all fuck 3 or 4, 5 niggas at one time. Let's keep it real. Most of these women, they go out there and you tell them no. You tell them no. Right? All of a sudden, they got somebody else to do it. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all women, we done heard the stories. Y'all go out, sleep with a dude, and come home and sleep right with your boyfriend. Sleep right with your husband. So let's not act like y'all the platinum standard for moral compass. You know what I'm saying? That's the wild thing about it. This is just ridiculous, bro. This is why I hate coming down this road. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. To have this as a two-way with a turning lane is ridiculous. But yeah, I feel bad for dog. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, to have somebody, your child father can go to the upper room. Your child's father can go to that upper room. Then what about your child? He or she or the little boy or little girl, I don't know what they got. Not a father is gone. Not a father is gone. And they don't care about their kids. They just care about one thing about most of these women, especially In America, they care about their feelings and they never learn to harness their feelings, bro. It's just, I feel a certain type of, I can't stand that he got out. I can't stand that he's successful. I should be successful. And it shouldn't be. Women always think it should be them. Don't put a lick of work in. And then you start hearing, them talk about starter wives and shit, right? I don't want to be a starter wife and I don't want to build a man. And then he go run off with another woman and like, then be a better bitch. I always say that. Why don't you be better? Work on not being so emotional. Work on being logical. Work on being able to communicate where he don't have to decipher when you feel a certain type of way. That's what I literally don't understand. Instead of just working on your character, working on being better, working on, mentally being more balanced, working on cooking, cleaning, being more domesticated, being more structured, being more disciplined, reciprocating, doing things for him. And then y'all ask why, he went with her or he go over there with white women. You know what I'm saying? These women folding their clothes, washing their clothes without asking, learning how to cook for the dude, learning what he like and what he don't like. They ain't even doing a whole bunch of shit. They doing shit that don't cost a dime. Restructuring his linen closet, hanging his clothes up, color cording, cleaning his clothes, cleaning up, walking his dog. Calling his mother to see what's his favorite food is and how to cook it. But when you start talking to, a lot of these black women, that sounds like slavery, and they just don't think they're in. Now the brother's going to go somewhere else to get what they want. How can you be mad? Your mother is black. They start saying stuff like that. It's a crazy world, bro. It's a crazy, crazy world, man. But this is sad, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Check out the Real One-on-One playlist. Peace.